Hello everybody, my name is Ose and this is Farming Simulator 19 on the map Estancia, Lapacho. And since it's been a week since I played this, I need to check on what we were up to. Okay. That field is just got harvested, that field's growing. Oh, that field has weeds. How growing is it? It's just started growing, so we're okay with the weeds. We need to get something down on that field though. So, let's go see what we've got now. High train. Harvester has regular header. Okay, so that's the harvester, that's my tractor, that's my other tractor. So let's go. And back up a tad. And deal with those weeds. Probably put a weight on the front of that and change the tyres. Okay. Have one weight. No, we don't want to customize that. Seriously. Okay. Back up. That off, go back forwards. There we go, customize. Rear twins, narrow tyres. Customize, yes. And okay. Okay. Weed killing stuff is here. Yep. And that's a full tank. Well, that's reasonably okay for a position, so let's get this thing rolling. And all the little weeds are going black. We've got a goodly amount of money here, so that's a good start. Oh, we also have access to some new mods. There is a set of sheds with doors on the front. A real clock mod is now installed as the official one, so we don't have the date anymore, but we do have the time and it's a lot smaller. Top right hand side of the screen. There's a smaller crone forage harvester and header. I did not load the dolly trailer, which matches the one I already have. Where is it? You can now get this one here in a dolly trailer format, so the rear axle is further back and you have a steerable front like this one. What else did we get? Is there anything there? Nothing there. Oh, there's a new weight. Didn't bother with that because frankly we've got more than enough weights. We've already got an AGCO weight. It's a 2800 kilogram AGCO weight. Yeah, we got 23. Got 33 Fendt, 24 so not too worried about loading up on those. Where is it? Forage harvester. We've now got this one, which is smaller than that one. And buildings, we have, oh, we got miscellaneous building. We have this little fuel tank, which could be useful where we have our farm at the moment. And then we've got these 4 sheds, 3 stall, 4, 5 and 6. And we will possibly use those in favour over these. But not right now. Is there something in silos? No. So those are the new things. If you want to find the real clock mod, you have to click on the show all mods, because by default it only shows best mods, something like that. So show all mods will bring up the section for the time at the top right hand side. Let's keep going with this. So with any luck, we won't have to do any shopping today, and we can just concentrate on doing stuff on our little farm. Oh, don't do that. Hopefully, by the end of this episode, we might be able to add another field. I might borrow some money in order to do that. But at this stage, we've got basic amount of equipment. We don't need to buy any more, I don't think. And so we can concentrate on buying more fields and generating more income from them. And at this stage, that's a good plan. I'm thinking I probably bought the wrong fields at this point, because the fields I bought are surrounded by a lot of wasteland, I mean, it allowed us to put the chickens in, it allowed us to put the shed and the workshop on our land without wasting any farming area. I think the area this field is on could be expanded if we got ourselves a proper plough. Might pull that up and take a look at that, because that's also an option. Just make the field bigger. Okay, that's the weeds killed. Let's fold that up. That does need fertilizing. We might be able to do that job too. I think I want to get stuff in the ground. Okay, let's check on lands. Yes, see, we own all of this area of land and all of this area of land, and yet when you look at it, the field, you know, we own that much land and the field's that big. On this one, we own land all the way up to the back. We could knock down most of these trees and expand this field quite significantly. I think we do have room to go that way. Those two trees are outside our land. So really not so much. That's a headland, so we'd probably leave that alone. That land's very expensive. How much is that field? Ooh, very expensive. 10 is similar. It's 251, but it's a small field in a large area. Maybe we do make some money from felling trees. Might bring the trailer over here when we're waiting for the crops to grow. Knock those trees down. Make the field bigger, increases our income from crops. So I think we should plant that and then come back and fertilize that. That's the good plan. And we need to get seed in the ground. So let's unload that. Okay, so you drop that off. No, seriously, drop that off. Okay. There's our seeding kit on the end. Pretty full of seed. I'll run over here and add the rest. Isn't that nice? That is. Oops. That's a seed container. Okay. So that's all the seed we have. That's set for soybeans. Let's skip around and see what we can do. Let's see, radish, grass, wheat, barley, oats, canola. Let's do canola. So, chickens are still producing eggs. That's a good thing. Oh, darn. Seriously need to be able to fix that land. Okay. Park that there. We need... Whoa, is everything on? Oh, cracky, everything's on. Okay. On the road. So we're going to need to cultivate the land. I didn't realise we'd got all of this on the back. So we need the seeder. Drop the harrow. Oop. Move forward again, and we'll go over this side. Drop the plough. Now, what's the horsepower on this tractor? Valtra has 201 horsepower. Power harrow is 100. And the seeder's 100. Okay. So I can harrow and plant at the same time, so that's what we'll do. Okay, now we're all set. Back on the field, and this thing rolling. Stop. Okay. Lower the seeder. Turn it on. Lower the harrow. And turn it on. And off we jolly well go. Drifting too far away from the edge. So I'm glad I got the upgraded engine on this thing. Because at least we can run 2 of the 3 parts of the kit. I can either run the culti-plough and the harrow, which you don't actually need to, or the harrow and the seeder. The only problem with this kit is if the harrow is going over any seeded part of the field, it will pull that seed up and then the seeder will relay it. So it is possible to waste seed. Yeah, I missed a little strip on the edge there. And I'm kind of missing a lot. Ugh. Now the horrible bit is we're going to end up stripping up some of that seed. and replanting it. I probably shouldn't worry about it, but too late now. Shouldn't really be planting canola here because it's not a typical South American crop. At this stage I'm not really planning to do soybean, no, not sugar beets, sugarcane, because they are labour intensive crops. Good return on money, especially since you don't need to replant it every year. You just plant it, fertilise it, harvest it, fertilise it, harvest it, and just keep doing that. Drifted a bit there. Now I can't go back and replant that section in the middle there because it will pull up the seed that's already there. So in general I will end up with a gap wherever I lift the cultivator, so I would have to run all the way to the edge of the field, which is a long distance and wastes quite a lot of seed. And at this stage we can't really afford to be wasting stuff. Hi Viable, doing well. We just started, I've just killed weeds up on the top field. This field needs planting, so we're putting down some canola, which is totally unrealistic for the region, but it makes money, so that's what I've decided. I've got to go back and fertilise the top field and this one once the seeding's done. I think the way we're looking at the moment, the farm is fairly healthy in that we've got the equipment we need for most of the... I missed a bit again. For most of the jobs we have. We've got a sprayer, we've got the spreader for lime. We've got a harvester and trailer. The only thing I don't have is a planter and a corn header, but I can skip having those for a while. So the way to make the farm more profitable now is to buy more land, so we can grow more stuff. And we'll babysit the chickens and see how they come along. I could possibly upgrade the seeding equipment to 6-meter seeder, because this tractor has more than enough horsepower for that sort of thing. But a wider seeder doesn't make us more money, it just makes the work quicker. This is really just a play about session. This farm is sort of exploring what you can do, how long it takes to do stuff. We're playing my personal farm, which I don't stream, is on easy mode. This is farm manager mode, which is the middle difficulty, so it's a little bit harder to make money from the crops. The crops are about 70% less valuable than in new farmer mode, and then again there's a big decrease in crop value with what is it, start from scratch mode. I've also noticed another opportunity in that we could cut the trees down around field 12 and probably rent a plough and plough that ground in so we could expand that field and obviously make it more profitable. The chickens are a trial thing, just to see what chickens are all about for this version of the game. I probably won't stay on this map for a lengthy period. As the mod maps start coming out, I'm more inclined to move to probably some European map. I know we, who is it? Black Sheep Modding are working on Oldstream Farm for Farm Sim 19. Oxygen David is working on a UK map. Not a big one, but you know, basically it's probably a practice map for him, getting to grips with all the new stuff in Farm Sim 19. So when you're learning stuff, you kind of want something small and easy to trial things out and then go for something bigger later. I do like Oxygen David's maps. So where did you start out? On this map. I mean, personally, I like the smaller farms, the British style farms, which have smaller fields. So you tend to use this sort of small equipment on them. They have narrow roads, so it's not like you can go tearing off across the map at high speed, because the maps aren't set out for you to be able to do that. This is quite a large open map, but it will allow me to get into large equipment if I ever get to the point where I can afford it. One, two, three. There's 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. The regular starting area. Yeah, I decided to come up this area. Don't know why, but because it's way away from the shop and it's even further from most of the sell points. There's one there, one there. It's reasonably convenient for the barn, but not entirely so. But then when most people play Farm Sim, or got this on the Platinum expansion of 17, obviously you started with 1, 2 and 3, and very few people explored the outer extremities of the map. So this way I'm actually seeing parts of the map that pretty much never visited in 17. Yeah, that's another problem with the area I've bought. It's not conducive to ploughing the fields together. But I can make a fair amount of money cutting the trees down in order to enable me making bigger fields. So that may be a thing. Yeah, I've got a start on all 3 maps. The Ravenport map is my personal map, and I started that on new farmer mode. So I had all the farm buildings in place. I think I sold one of those and bought a vehicle shop, so that I don't have to drive all the way to the store every time I want to change the tyres on the tractors. And that one I'm just playing around, testing stuff out. Obviously easier to make money because the crops sell for more. And then I do an occasional stream, usually Sunday evenings if I do at all, on Fellsborough as a start from scratch mode. So that one, I bought myself a grass field, the Fendt Favorite 500, which is, I like it as a starting tractor. You can put 150 horsepower in that thing with a front loader. It's got a 3-point attacher on the front, and all for less than $100,000. So it's relatively powerful, relatively flexible, and very cheap for the price, for what you're getting. I think this tractor's up there in almost 200,000 when you add all the mods on it. But it's 200 horsepower, so not a problem there. But I only have the one tractor. I bought a mower, I bought a collection wagon, and every so often I run out and mow the grass. Outside of that, I'm doing contracts, which in that case allows me to experience equipment I can't afford. So I've driven a couple of the larger combine harvesters. I think I've driven the Case and the Agco harvesters on that map. Driven a big truck. I think I've driven a Valtra T as well. So it's, you know, you pick contracts on big fields, and you get to drive some machinery that, playing normally, you're not going to own for a long time, because income in this, in this release of the game is very, very slow. And since I've got the mowing kit and the mower on that map, I'm thinking maybe I will buy a field and put a sheep pen on it. So we nearly got this bit done. It looks like maybe 2 more passes up and down the field. And there's some gaps in the middle, but because this setup, it's a separate cultivator and seeder. If I put the cultivator down in the middle of a seeded area, it rips the seed up, so I'll rip up more seed than I'll end up losing by just leaving the gap. Well, I'm fairly sure that the bale price is 4 times the stated price. At least it appears to be. And at the moment I'm not doing bales on any of my maps. If we look, where is it? Nope, there. So what's that? I always get confused. That might be grass, but that's $83 per 1,000 litres, and so a bale would be 4 times that amount. 342, I think, if my math's right. So as the price of grass, hay and silage goes up and down, the price of the bale will match. And my main thing with silage is I don't necessarily make silage for the money. I make silage for the free fertilizer. But on my Farm Sim 17 farm, I actually have now hit the point where I can't make enough digestate at the silage plant to be able to cover every single field. Because the tank only owns the tank only holds 800,000 litres of digestate, and I'm really looking at about 1.2 million now. So I would have to have silage at the BGA when I'm fertilising all my fields, so that I can sell some in order to replenish the tank, so I've still got more available. will be done. Oh, lift. There we go. Now, somewhere over here I have the plough part of this. There it is. Oops. I really hate how this land doesn't deform very well. So I want to drop that on. Ooh, that was heavy. Oh, that wasn't so good. Hopefully. Oh, you are not going to... Nah, you're not going to. Okay. Let's go put the seed tank away. That we can do. Back up. That because this road is now so uneven. Okay, let's see how easy this is. Yay. Now don't hit the forward button. What usually happens when I try and do that is I'll carefully get it upright, then I'll hit the go forward button instead of the go backwards button and knock it over again. Come on. There we go. And still backwards. Yeah. Okay. Put that on the floor. No, don't reverse into it. I'm going to have to get the seed tank because that's the only thing that counterbalances all of that weight. This is only classed as a small tractor, so it's not really surprising that that entire setup will tip this thing over or is too heavy to place without a counterbalance. I really don't need all of that stuff. I could sell the harrow and just use the subsoiler and seeder. But we bought them now. We'll lower that. Then drop it all. There we go. Okay, well, am I done with that tractor? I think I am for now. Hold this back in here. Okay, let's jump back into this one and see how far the fertilizer goes. Do the field we just planted first. Okay, off we go. A little bit on the edge I missed there, and a few patches in the middle of the field. So what difficulty level did you start on for this map? Okay, so same as me. Did you buy the villa or skip that because it's too costly? And what equipment did you end up getting then? Because you won't have much left over after you bought that. Oops. Oh, and how are you finding all of the sort of field work changes, like the weeds and lime? Oh, okay, yeah. Unload. The T series, is that the middle one? Yes. Yeah, that's the one. Well, that's one of the ones I have on had back on my FS17 map. I think my problem has been whenever I started a new farm on FS17 and on FS19 so far, I've generally gone with the Valtra N because they're so flexible for a small tractor. Got very high horsepower rating. They don't have the weight. As you saw with the whole plough cultivator and seeder on the back of it without a counterbalance. And I got this tractor, the Agrostar 661, because it was modded in the same day as this map was modded in. So I kind of went with a mod showcase, if you like. I started this map on the day it was it was released, and I got the Agrostar 661 and the case axial flow harvester. Oh, hello, we're getting raided. Hi guys. It's okay. I bought 2 fields at the top of the map. I can open the little map there. So right up at the top, 11 and 12, which I kind of think was a bad idea because there's a lot of waste ground around both of them. But I think we're making money. We don't have a house to sleep in, so I can't skip the night. Plus, in order to fit the house in, I'm going to have to buy some wasteland and chop down a bunch of trees. So, hello and welcome everybody who's just arrived. Way too many names suddenly appeared. Turn that off, turn that round. No backpack. Misjudged that. Oh, you need me to order in pizza. So yeah, I jumped out of Arthur's stream, what was it, about an hour ago, since I have my schedule under the stream window, and it's a good plan to be here when you say you're going to be here. We've nearly got this one done, and I think that will be good for the field work for now. Let's take a look at things. So, both fields planted, and we'll have to wait till that breaks ground before we fertilise it again. Why do I have 0 litres of eggs? I may have to go and clean the chickens up. There's a box there. Also out of fertilizer now, so we are going to have to buy some fertilizer before long. Now my Valtra's in the wrong place. I've noticed there's a little bit of a problem with that trailer when you're hitching to it. If you're not dead straight on the hitch, it will tip quite precariously at times. Okay. That's close enough. We'll turn that off there, jump out, run over here. I'm going to drop that off the back and clean the chickens up before we go anywhere. There we go.
Exactly.
So, do I have a second box? I don't have a second box there, but it says I have 0 litres of eggs. That's troublesome. Oh well. Okay, what's not happening there? There we go. Really? You're gonna make me have to put that in the trough then. In some ways, some of the stuff in Farm Sim 19 I'm finding very forgiving, like connecting implements to the back of a tractor. There we go. Oh. But at other times you have to be very precise, and it's very unforgiving of what you're doing and where you're doing it. I'm going to hitch the forks up. Because if we end up somewhere near the store, I am going to have to buy some fertilizer and probably some more seed. Oh, sorry, how's Starboy? I'm doing fine. We've been playing. I don't know how long this farm's been going for. Have a look at that. So this is the 4th day, game day of playing, and apart from all the money we've spent on the first couple of days, we're actually starting to make money, which I think is a good thing. And what we're now going to do is try and set ourselves up for making more money. So what's over here? Pretty much nothing. I got stuck on something. Why did I... Oh, there we go. I got stuck on something. So now we're going to clear some space for field expansion. Try and rectify the mistake of the fields I bought. Now what's going on? For some reason, my keyboard doesn't seem to be working. That's not a good thing. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, we'll run around this side. Somewhere around here. That's too heavy. Yay. This new hand physics is great. You can grab things You can grab things if they're not too heavy. I can smash this, you know, whatever I pick up against pretty much anything. I can run around with it. I can bonk it on the side of the trailer and it will not drop until I let go. Which is a vast improvement over FarmSim 17. Okay. There. I will need to rent a plough as well. We'll go in. There we go. Okay, that's... Uh-oh, where did that go? There it is. Oh, you're misbehaving. Come on. Okay, now the next bit. Right there. There we go. Okay, and I'll cut that one back. Come on. There it is. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, that got caught. You're too heavy, okay. Oh, you won't go because there's that whole trunk there. Okay, there we go. Now we did chop that bit off, so I should be able to pick that bit up. Okay, it doesn't like that. It does like that bit. Oh, yeah. Oh. I think that went in. So why doesn't that bit want to pick up? That's a problem. Did I cut through that bit? Yes. It really doesn't like me trying to pick that piece up for some reason. Okay. Or that bit. Or that bit. Okay, this is a heavy tree. Yeah, that'll do wonders for my average. Come on. Oh, there we go. Yay. Did I drop that? Yes, I did. Ugh. Oh. Yeah, you need to come into the truck. There we go. And yes, I have tried this with the log fork and it's a real pain in the backside. Much like the Farm Sim 17 fork. I'm hoping... Oops, I dropped that. Hoping someone brings one of the Farm Sim 17 mod log forks in. Oh, that's hung up on the tractor. Okay, let's work on the next bit. Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. It's kind of weird how it selects what to cut and when, but you can get a very precise... Yeah, I can aim for exactly the piece of wood I want to cut. If I just wave it around a little bit, it'll eventually select the piece I want. There we go. And we probably won't. There we go. And it's not going to let me cut that bit, but it is going to let me pick it up. Over here. That looks a little bit precarious. Not sure I'm going to be able to fit all of this in that truck. Haven't tried chipping anything yet, of course. Oh, that's way too big, but not way too heavy. Okay. Oops. Should probably bring the tractor over this side. I won't have to walk as far. Of course, that would work if it wasn't stuck up on the tree. Okay. But that does allow me to chuck this lot in the back easier. I don't have to walk through all the weeds and stuff. Okay, that piece I think is good, although a little bit short. More like a cow horn than a piece of wood. There we go. So you get the and that should be cleared. Yeah. Okay. Now to chop all the stuff off the front of the tractor. So I can cut these two pieces in spite of the fact they're really close together. Oh, the blue means you can't cut it because you're standing too far away. Oops, I'm getting stuck on the forks, but I can cut that piece at the back without clipping the one at the front. Which is quite nice, because 17 there wasn't a lot of control over which piece of wood you were going to... Oh, come on. Okay, that'll do. You were going to end up cutting. And just with fine adjustments of the mouse, you can get the chainsaw to cut any piece of wood that happens to be in front of you. And that bit there. Yeah, I think I want you inside the truck. or there, or on the floor. Where'd you go? There it is. Okay, let's try that one again. Now it's inside. Start the engine. We still seem to be covered in foliage. Oh, that piece still has an attached thing on it. There you go. Clean that bit off. There we go. Cleaned up the trunks of trees. Let's go to the store. Oh, let's not drive over our field with wide tyres. So that's one tree done. Another improvement over FS17 is the stump grinder is a little bit more friendly. Used to be you could wave that thing around like a lightsaber and it would never get the trunk or the stump. But there's a lot more leeway in its area of effect. Yes, it had. I believe the log fork now has a sticky area. The problem I find is with trees like this, it's very difficult to get the log to that point where it sticks. So you end up picking it up right at the end of the pincers, and yeah, it just falls out. And you end up getting frustrated. At least doing short logs by hand is a lot less frustrating. Now we need to turn left here, go across the tracks. I probably should look for a train because getting hit by a train with that many logs in the back is not going to be fun. I'm trying to find them all. I think this is the sawmill. Yes. And here comes the train. So another nice improvement is you walk up to that sell point and you interact with it and all the logs just disappeared. $3,000. So there's no more tipping logs out. You just drive up to the sell point and interact with it like you do with the vehicle repair and everything else. Okay, what's the best way to go? Let's go left. Ugh, that's horrible. No, that's gone too. So, no, there is no more flying broomsticks. And it's also nice, you can rotate the chainsaw counterclockwise 45 degrees and then clockwise 90 degrees. And you didn't have that counterclockwise rotation on Farm Sim 17. Okay, we're at field 28. I do want to turn right here. This is probably the long way round, I'm guessing. No. Hold on. Okay, where's the railroad crossing? I'm on the wrong side. Okay. Yeah, this is another bit of map I don't know my way around because I've never been here before. So, over the train tracks. Whoosh. And turn left. And the other thing I've noticed on this map is after a while the cars all bunch up into one long train. And the reason for that is because there's at least 2 crossing points for the railroad line. And you eventually end up with the cars get all bunched up, waiting for the train to go by, until they're all just one long string of traffic. Okay, customize, bale loading wagon, and that's going to cost me nothing. Okay, quick drive through the shrubbery. Put this over here. Ugh. Okay, we need a fertilizer. It's probably sufficient for now. And that's close enough. I really don't like how close this purchase point is to the back wall. So if you're buying front mount material and equipment, there's not a lot of room to get your tractor behind it in order to pick it up. There we go. Too low. So the other trick with this I've found is if you put the pallet down and then raise the front of the fork ever so slightly, you can reverse out of it with no trouble at all. Drive over their flower beds again. Although the forks and stuff are a lot more sticky, so you can't sort of jerk the pallet straight. down, and that should come off quite nicely. There we go. And we'll strap those on so they don't fall off again. And this, huh? Yeah. And watching Micah and Arthur the other day, I did find out that there's a lime station at the back of the map, so I don't have to buy lime from here. Yay. Okay. Put it down, tip the pallet straight. Lift the forks ever so slightly. Those ones usually aren't quite as well behaved as the seed and lime and solid fertilizer pallets. Yep, okay. So, that's new supplies for the farm. Ugh. And I think we'll get in the tractor and drive. Sorry, drinking and driving. Beginning of the cold season, I had a very sore throat. We got our air conditioning ducts cleaned. And I've been a lot better since then. Oh, that's the main gate. Okay. The pickups have never been very stable. And that's still true today. I have actually managed to roll a few tractors as well. And nothing self-rights itself. So if your tractor falls over, you need the recovery vehicle. Unfortunately, this is the recovery vehicle because it's the only one I can fit forks on the front. So if I roll this tractor, I'm in trouble. Okay, 2237. I have to be very careful driving through here or I'll roll the tractor. There we go. Oh, that's where we park stuff. Need to take the straps off. And try and figure this one out. Yeah, that didn't work. Gotcha. Okay. No, backwards. There we go. I think I'd probably want to unload these off the other side. Too close. Can't see a thing. Kinda need a shed to put these things in. Oops. Who put that there? Okay. Wow. Okay, that was unexpected. On this tractor it's a little bit more tricky to put things on the floor than it is to pick them up, because the FC30 arms don't reach the ground. I think that's probably about the right place. And let's put the sides back on. And the roof. Customize, yes, no cost. Yeah, I haven't. Need to lift the forks up so we actually clear that. That field's had the second stage of fertiliser, so that's not new growth. I found the Valterrain is a nice small tractor with quite a large horsepower. However, because it's so small, that can be an issue, because it doesn't have the weight to support some of the equipment that you can haul with it. The other starter tractor I'm getting on well with is the Fendt one, the Fendt Fabric 500, which costs less than 100,000 for a 150 horsepower tractor. Oh, come on. Do I have to step away? This... oh, there we go. I'm going to say this could be a problem. It's still going to be a problem because there's no way I can lift that. Hi Copenhagen, how are you doing? Oh, now I messed up. Oh. Come on. There, yes. There we go. That's chopped up. How good is it going to be? Pretty sure I can pick up that bit. The rest of it, not so sure. Yeah. Probably need to cut that into about 3 pieces. And also, because of my wheel setup, I do not have the ability to remap the hand tool rotate. So I have to make sure I pick things up in the direction I want to place them. Well, okay, we can pick that piece up. Okay, once again, too heavy. There it is. I also can't use telehandlers at the moment because I can't map the secondary functions of the the arm, like extending it and what have you. Nice. So until Giants completely fix the keyboard mapping issues, I'm kind of stuck for doing things. I think that tree's all gone. Yep. Okay. How are we doing with that one? Not a lot. Okay. So I'm probably going to come out to here. So I will remove those two. I'll have to remove those two smaller trees. Maybe a few more before the end of the field. Oh, let's turn the engine off.
Ugh.
On my main map on Farm Sim 17, I made logging almost a career. I chopped down about 500 trees. On this map, the logging's not really intentional, but since I want to expand this field so that I am able to make the land more profitable, that's why I'm chopping down the trees. Where are you there? Because normally I'd get something a little bit bigger. Oh, that's right. We have a message about the eggs. We should look into that sometime. Oh. There you go. Come on, where are you? Really doesn't like that end bit. Let's move this lot first. So. Should be enough room for at least 2 of these trees in that trailer. Oh, are you too heavy? Yep, too heavy. That's convenient. And that's too heavy too. Okay, oops, threw that one away. Huh. Not done many contracts on this map, I don't think. My sort of contractor game is Felsbrunn. So I did a starting from scratch, so all I bought was the Fendt Favorite 500 and a mower and a collection wagon and a grass field. But it does give me a chance to stream a lot of equipment you don't usually get to use when you're starting up a new game. Like the big case harvester, Valtra T, that sort of thing. Come on, why aren't you detecting anything there? Can I pick you up? That would be no. Okay. Oh, well that looks like the chainsaw was deforming some of the land as well. Why don't I go from the other side? Does that work? Well, that's one piece off. Where's the trailer gone? Over there. Well, we got that piece done, so can I pick it up? That would be absolutely no. Seems this piece of wood doesn't exist in the world. Okay. Oh, found the tree stump. Okay. I was right, that tree stump doesn't exist. Okay. So, back to the store. That's weird. So the top of that tree doesn't exist anywhere. So hopefully, well, I can still plough the ground. I'll just have a tree stump in the middle of the field. So I've got to cut those trees down as well. Oops. I'll be very, very, very careful. Driving at 30 miles an hour with this on the back is probably not the best idea. That trailer felt very unstable there. Sure we're not going to get run over by the train. Oh, make sure we don't throw any sticks out the back. So, any guesses to how much we're going to get for this load of wood? I'd like it to be about 6,000. 3,900. Oh well. No train coming. Okay. Okay, well, we're coming up to 11 o'clock. I'm going to call it a night. As it goes, we've got a whole bunch of trees at the back of that field to chop down. And stumps to grind, so I'm going to have to rent the stump grinder again. And then I'm going to plough that whole area, possibly while the field's still growing. I'll rent a plough for that. And then by the time we get to harvesting it, we'll be able to expand that field. Possibly grow up to twice as many, or twice as much crops as we are at the moment. And I need to deal with the chickens right now. And I just got caught on the post. It's a little bit too close. Take it that way, take it back. Much better. And bring the tractor about again. So, tomorrow's my day off. But I will be back on Thursday with Arthur and friends for some European Truck Simulator. Okay, let's go see what's wrong with these chickens. That one. Saving contents, hi chickens. We will get another chicken in 9 hours, 45 minutes. Chickens are now happy. Ooh, how are we doing on money? We have made 19,000 today. And just now, are we okay? We've made 7,000 in wood. I'm guessing that's our seed and fertilizer cost. So, yeah, we're up 3,000 on the day. Not too bad. That sprayer needs to be fixed. So that lands 354, that lands 257, 251, 285, 244. They're expensive around here. 5's cheap and mostly field. 4's cheap and mostly field. We might have to go to 4 on 5 next. At least until I can bring in significantly more money. The problem with these two, 9 and 10, is there's too much waste ground around them. 10 I could cut trees down and expand that quite significantly. What does 9 look like? 9 only has 1 tree and that could be expanded.
It's my tremendous honor to finally wish America and the world a very Merry Christmas.
Okay.
From the earliest days of our nation, Americans have known Christmas is a time for
So
prayer,
I'll wish you all a good night,
for gratitude and goodwill, for peace and renewal. For Christians,
and I'll see you again on Thursday probably.
of our Lord and Savior Jesus
Have
Christ.
fun.